Imagine this, you're an Uber driver with a Model 3 or Model Y, driving around, picking people up and trying to get people in and out of your car as quickly and easily as possible. But some of the folks that you meet aren't going to know how to open a Tesla door handle. Hey there, Tesla and tech enthusiasts. A number of Uber drivers have told me that lots of their passengers struggle when it comes to opening the Tesla door handle. The reason most people struggle with opening the Tesla door handle is because people are used to opening door handles from above these days. There's very few car handles that still open from underneath. So after hearing that, of course I had to come up with a solution. The second an Uber driver told me that they were having issues with their passengers using the Tesla door handle, my brain already started working. Right away, my first thought was to create a little ring pull that would attach the door handle that allows people to just easily stick their finger in and open the door handle in a more traditional way. Meet the Tesla ring pull version 1. This is just a really simple ring that attaches to your door handle that allows your passengers to stick their finger in and pull the door handle open. This was my first attempt. It didn't turn out great, and of course I was a little disappointed that it didn't work my first try, but I didn't really expect it to. I attached it to the door handle with a rubber band, but it was kind of floppy and it wasn't tight enough. And with the rubber band in the way, the door handle wouldn't close completely. Version 1.5 was really just a modified version of version 1. I realized that the rubber band wasn't being pulled tight enough, so I created a slit in the ring so that the rubber band would go through the ring as well and hopefully be tighter against the door handle. This didn't really work so well. It looked promising, it was a little tighter against the door handle with less wiggle, but the door handle would still not close properly. This is version 2. I decided to really simplify the design. I got rid of the box, created just a ring with a slit in it for the rubber band, and made the ring much thicker, hoping that the rubber band would be pulled tighter and thinner and have way less wiggle, and it would allow the door handle to close. Unfortunately, the rubber band was still too thick even with this ring, and the door wouldn't close properly. But on the door handle, it looked really good and there was way less wiggle. This could be actually a workable model. I broke my car. So unfortunately, I broke my car handle and had to replace it. Jamming the door closed with the rubber band in the way caused the chrome to delaminate. Didn't really bother me that it didn't look great, but the chrome was actually kind of sharp, and after cutting myself a few times, I decided I had to get it replaced. So I got the Tesla tech to come up to the house and replace the door handle. After the repair, I asked the tech if I could keep the door handle, and now I have a door handle that I can play around and test on without worrying about damaging my car. Version 3, 4, 5, and 6, the evolution. Version 3 was almost the same as version 2, but I tried to make the slit horizontal instead of diagonal so that I could try shrink wrap and masking tape to get it attached to the door handle. But both shrink wrap and masking tape was still too thick for the door handle to close properly. Version 4. This version actually has a foot on it so that it would have more contact with the door handle. I was hoping to put tape on these two ends to attach to the door handle, that way it would be more secure. Version 5. None of them worked. And finally, version 6. So in version 6, I designed a sexy, nice, thin ring with a long, flat foot so that it would have lots of contact with the door handle. After version 2, I went through a bunch of iterations to see if I could stretch the rubber band more so that the door handle would close properly. I remember early on in the project, I actually had tried using some double tape to attach one of the versions, and it failed horribly. It just wouldn't stick well enough. At this point, I realized that the tolerance underneath the handle was so tight that anything that I put around the door handle would cause interference with it closing, even the thinnest tape that I had. So this time I revisited tape, but using proper automotive tape. Brad, thanks for automotive tape. It worked perfectly. So I tried that. I also learned that using a heat gun and alcohol to activate the tape and make it tackier and stickier would actually improve the adhesion to the door handle.
Alright, Tesla, take him home.
If any of you guys out there think you're smarter than me and can come up with a better solution, please post them in the comments. I definitely took way more time to do this project than I was hoping. I guess a little planning would have gone a long way, but you know, the journey's half the fun. While I could have used screws or 3D printed a custom door handle to replace the existing one with a ring built into it, the real goal was to create something easy to put onto the door handle without any major modifications. If there's a good response to this video, I'll consider making an injection molded version of this. I'll 3D print a mold and try my hand at injection molding. I also might try recreating the Tesla door handle with the loop built into it. But that's a journey for another day. I need some sleep. Thanks for joining me on this project, and I hope you can join me again for the next one. Oh, and Uber drivers, don't forget to put a sticker on the inside of the door handle so your passengers know how to get out. That way they won't pull the manual release and possibly damage the door or the window.
Hi, this one's very big and little. This one's very big, and look at the size of this one. It's very little. And this one's